And we know with weather, things change pretty rapidly, but Tony, you guys have been, and Marquise, you've been on top of it. So what's the very latest?
So the very latest is inland tropical storm watches are now being added and lifting more to the north.
Right.
We started out in Polk County early this afternoon with the 5 o'clock advisory. We've lifted them to Sumter and Lake County, and I think by 11 o'clock at the very least, Marion County will be added to that. Now, if the models shift a little bit more to the east tonight, then they may also add other inland counties like Seminole, Orange, and Osceola. It's something we'll be watching for going forward. You've been keeping an eye on those rainfall totals, Marquise.
Yeah, we can see bucket loads of rain, and that's going to lead to more chances for flooding, especially out towards the west, where maybe 5 to 8 inches of rain will touch down here in Florida before the weekend is said and done. And even into the work week, we'll still see those outer bands of rain rotating around what is going to be our next tropical storm.
All right, let's take a look now at that updated track. And there's that storm. That's Debbie as we get you on into Sunday with that storm now lifting up towards the north and then the north-northeast and getting stronger and stronger. And I still wouldn't rule out the chance for this to become a hurricane if it takes a track somewhere along the eastern side of the Gulf of Mexico. Remember, the stronger this gets, the greater the risk there is going to be for squalls and bands emanating out of it as it's coming up from the south to create some active severe weather, even potentially some tornadoes come Sunday afternoon. There's the latest tropical storm inland watches there, and we've got tropical storm warnings across southwest Florida. Our feature now is actually probably right about in here. I need to update that, but it's roughly about 400 miles now south-southeast there of Key West. Hurricane hunters were in there earlier. They're still flying around, and you can see on the northern side with these afternoon thunderstorms, they did find some winds upwards of 60+ miles an hour, but we don't have a closed center of circulation. We sometimes get those 50, 60, and 70-mile-an-hour winds in our afternoon thunderstorms. Let me show you the latest group of models, tropical models, along the west coast, and then 2 outliers there towards the Big Bend. Having shown you those models now, I want to show you the latest chance for tropical storm force winds here. There's 4:30 Sunday morning now, coming into southwestern and west central Florida, and then as we get you into the evening, tropical storm force winds probability of about 20 to 30% crossing the peninsula as this storm lifts up towards the north-northeast. The other caveat with a developing storm, we have to watch the storm surge. We have watches up now along the western side of the peninsula with the potential here for upwards of 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 feet coming into the Tampa Bay area. And what we like to do here is monitor the current storm surge. There isn't any because the storm hasn't developed, but this will be one of the tools we use as this storm lifts northward. More on the storm and what to expect over the next 24 to 48 hours. Here's Marquise.
Thank you, Tony. As we had mentioned, we do have a few counties that are under tropical storm watches. Those include Sumter and also Lake, where we could see 4 to 8 inches of rainfall accumulation and some very strong and gusty wind conditions. Winds could surge up to 50-mile-per-hour speeds as we'll see that common axis of rotation move towards the north and the east on Sunday and into Monday. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we do add Marion County to that list of storm watches with the next advisory coming up at 8 o'clock or perhaps even 11 o'clock, and we'll keep you up to date with every advisory with this storm that we're watching. Also inland, we could see up to 7 inches of total rainfall accumulation if you're in Orange County. Brevard, not as much rain, but gusty winds could surge up to 40-mile-per-hour speeds, and as the storm does move further out towards the north, we can see those winds jump up to 50-mile-per-hour conditions across I-95 if you're in Flagler County. So we'll play it hour by hour. We'll see those bands of rain late on Saturday night into Sunday morning, the first few chances for showers in regards to the tropical storm, and then much more rain outside of the cone of uncertainty. That cone of uncertainty is across I-75, but you see the bands of rain moving inland and those strong gusty winds with our in-house model that could be up to 40 or 50-mile-per-hour speeds even well after the system is passed towards the north into the Atlantic. We're still showing breezy conditions and much more rain.